Hello, folks, and welcome to this Tuesday afternoon edition of WVOF Baseball. I'm Ethan Hudson, joined by alongside Trip Pacino. Trip, we've got the 14-7 Stags versus the 12-10 NJIT Highlanders. What do you expect to see from the Stags today so they can get on the win column again?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important for the Stags to come out strong. They have a great lineup, 1 through 9 looking strong. The one question mark is Miller on the mound. It's his first start for the Stags today. Going to be important for him to come out hot. The team come off with a great win against Siena earlier this week. See if they can keep it up.
Right you are. Pitching for the Stags has not been stellar this season. Want to get that back on track? We'll have the first pitch for you all in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. And if you're just joining us, we thank you. Another edition of WVOF on Tuesday afternoon baseball. Moments away from the first pitch here. The Highlanders will be leading off. We apologize in advance for any if you hear any wind static over the mic. It's a very windy day here at Cookfield. At least it's not raining though, right?
That is true. Yeah, I've done some games 33 and raining, so can't complain after that.
Not great baseball weather, that is. No, but we can deal with this. Turn our attention to the main field for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem right there. And Fairfield's starting pitcher, the freshman left-hander Brendan Miller from the way of San Diego, California, takes the mound. As you said, Tripp, it's important for him to have a good day today for the Stags to see a W.
It's Miller's first start for the Stags, coming off a little rough game against Siena, 7.36 ERA. Let's see if we can get that a little lower for the Fighting Stags today as he takes the mound.
Starting for the Stags, number 18, Brendan Miller.
Take a quick media timeout and come right back. All right, folks, just about to
Leading off the game is
kick
number
off
8,
here.
Number 12, Cole Campbell.
Cole Campbell, number 12 for the Highlanders, be leadoff batter. Miller deals. Strike one. 0-1. Good start.
Good start. This lefty-righty matchup is going to be crucial for Miller. See if he can take advantage of that early on.
Right on, right on. Counter's 0-1. And the pitch is Foul tip, strike 2. Miller deals. Outside, ball 1. Count is 1 and 2. Just outside. Count is 2 and 2 for Miller. Cole Campbell been off to a decent start this year, batting .267. Here's the pitch. Low. Count is full, 3 and 2. Wind is still persisting here at Cook. And the pitch fouled back. Cole Campbell staying alive, working himself out of an old 2-hole. And Miller will walk him. Just starting out, positive pitcher's count. He walks the first batter. We were mentioning maybe control might be an issue.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just off to a shaky start, but 0-2 count, you got to get him out in that position. Tough to walk him right there in the beginning. See if they can turn 2 here.
Up to bat for the Highlanders is Ty Sally. Off to a very hot start this year offensively. Batting over 330 with an OPS of 935. Here's the pitch. Outside. 0-1. Miller will deal. Go to first. Not in time. Here's the 0-1. Swing miss, 1-1. Third pitch of this at bat. It will be a pop up. And the second base comes over. Great play. It's not easy to do with the sun and the wind today.
The second baseman, number 3.
No, not at all. Long run for the second baseman. He was able to get over there, make the catch. Huge first out.
Here's Ray Ortiz for the Highlanders up to bat. Their best offensive player by far. Leads the team in home runs and RBIs. 6 home runs, 20 ribbies. Batting over 350. And the runner goes. And it's a wild pitch. And the Highlanders will reach safely to second. Runner is in scoring position here early for the Stags. Not a great start.
No, it's not a double play here to end this inning would have been crucial, not just for Miller, but for the Stags too.
Right. Now double play is taken away. Loop to the right side, can move the runner over to third. Here's Miller, deals. Low, 1-0. Miller deals. Ball is popped up again. And left out of play. Right fielder made a good attempt. Could not track it down in time.
If I'm Miller right now, I'm not worried about Campbell on second. I'm just worried about getting the batter out at home plate. Don't let those distractions get to you, especially early on in this game.
Here's Miller deals. Swung on, fouled back. Strike 2. Runner at second staying relatively close to the base. Here's the pitch. Low, and that may have hit him. Oh, says no. The ball 2. Excuse me. Ball 3, count as 3-2. And here's the pitch. Runner goes high. Oop. And he is safe at third. It was a good attempt by the catcher, but the ball was a little high for the third baseman there to corral it down and tag him out.
The catcher, number 29, Mason Wolf.
So Islanders have a man on third. 1 out. Top of the first here today at Cookfield.
Let's see if they can turn 2. Keep this run from scoring.
Yep, double play definitely would be ideal for the Stags here. Now up to bat for the Highlanders is the catcher, number 29, Mason Wolf. Hasn't hit for a lot of power this year so far, but definitely has hit for contact. Very respectable 15 RBIs in the year. And here's the pitch. Looks for a post bunt. Runner tries to go to second, steals easily. And the Highlanders have men on second and third. 1 out. Slow start for the Stags here. Here's Miller. Deals. Swung and popped up. Foul out of play. Strike 1. You know, one thing you get. Strike 2. Oh, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Wolf staying alive. And here's the pitch. Good low for a ball. So he seems with Miller, he seems to get ahead in these counts and kind of loses himself a little bit.
Yeah, I think he right now is very distracted by the runners on second and third. A couple of counts in his favor that he just couldn't get out, and that can get to you in your head, but just got to focus at the batter at play.
Here's the pitch. That ball is just outside. Here's the pitch by Miller. Swan fouled back. Wolf staying alive. Very, very windy here at Cookfield. Continues to be. It looks like wants to switch baseballs here. Here's Miller, deals. Swung on. That'll be a base hit to left field. 1 runner will score. Here comes the second, and he'll stay at third. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Highlanders. An RBI single for Mason Wolf. And this start for Miller seems to go down further and further from what he would have hoped for.
The third baseman, number 19, Austin Francis.
Number 19 for the Highlanders, third baseman Austin Francis.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, but again, Miller up in the count. He couldn't punch him out.
Throw back to first, Miller. Both will be safe. As you said, it's important that Miller's able to close out these batters, leaving windows to get back into the count. Here's Miller with the pitch. The ball is in there for a strike. Count is 0-1. The pitch is swung, fouled back. Fouled way back in the Rafferty Stadium, actually. 0-2 count. Once again, Miller has a pitcher's count. Let's see if he can punch this batter out here. The pitch is swung on, fouled back again. Here's Miller, steps back to the mound. The pitch throws back to first again. Runner is safe. Here's Miller, deals. Swung on, dribble up to first. First baseman has it, corrals it for one out. Could not turn the double play. But the Stags do get a much needed out as a run scores.
Yeah, you get the out, but the run comes in. Stags are now down 2-0. Would have been a huge double play to close it out, keep the lead just to 1. Let's see if they get the final out with this last up batter.
The left field, number 4, Jaden Caballero.
Left fielder number 4 for the Islanders, Jaden Caballero. Batting .243 on the year. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Miller deals. Ball swung on. Hit to center field. Center fielder has it. And that'll end the inning. Islanders do not go down in order, but the Stags do minimize some of the bleeding here. Right back for the bottom of the first. All right, folks, we are back at you at the bottom of the first. Fairfield University Stags versus the New Jersey Institute of Technology Highlanders. Highlanders did damage to the Stags in the top of the first, scoring 2 runs. Fairfield look to combat that on the offensive end. Greg Nascimento starting the day off for the Highlanders on the mound. Has not pitched well thus far, has not pitched a lot this season. In his outings, gave up 2 runs, did not complete the inning. Here's the first pitch. Ball is low. 1-0. Threw some heat there, though, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it'll be important for the Stags to come out early. They have their best hitters hitting 1 through 3, so see if they can get it done.
So Dean Ferrara at bat for the Stags. Ferrara swings, and that'll be a base hit in right center field. Could he go for 2? Looking for 2. Will he make it? It's going to be... Nope, holds off at the last second. So a good start for the Stags.
Yeah, smart decision by Ferrara to stay at first there. Don't want to push the Highlanders too soon too quickly with their arms out in the outfield.
Absolutely. To bat down for the Stags, we have number 2, Luke Mora. Been off to a solid start this year. Batting 250. And the pitch is in there for strike. Count is 0-1. Second pitch of this at bat coming up. Pitch is way outside, inside. 1-1. And here's the pitch. Inside. 2-1. Stags looking to move their runner over to scoring position. Here's the pitch. Swings. Popped up. Out of play. Foul. 2-2. And here's the pitch. Ball swung, loop to left center field. That'll roll all the way. Here's for the run. Outfielder fumbles the ball. Fairfield's coming home. That'll score a run. So it's an RBI double for Luke Nomura as the Stags answer with a run, 2-1.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Stags needed on to come out quick, cut the lead in half with less than 3 outs. No outs. Sorry about that.
Nice. Stags. Leading run is at the plate, number 19. Number 19, Sean Meth.
Number 19, Sean Meth.
Like to get a little better offensively going this year for Meth, batting .227. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. Second pitch of this bat is swung on, fouled back. Count is 1-1. Let me ask you, as a former player, how annoying is it to play in this type of wind?
Yeah, I mean, especially this wind, the players, you're holding the ball, especially for that pitcher. It can get dirty on your hands, can start to wear down on your calluses and whatnot. The wind can make a difference. Thankfully, it's not too chilly outside.
No.
Just this wind can be rough, especially for the batter as well. If you're an outfielder looking up for for a fly ball, it could be left, right, up, down.
Yeah, seems hard to track. Yeah, so the pitch is low. 2-1.
But if you cut out the window today, you couldn't really get much better than this.
I agree. Beautiful sky out today.
Absolutely.
Fairfield man on second, taking a decent distance from the base. Here's the pitch. Ball swung on for a strike. Count is 2-2. Luke Moore on second, taking another decent lead. Pitcher is watching closely. The pitcher swung on the dirt. Strike 3. Not the kind of pitches you want to be swinging at, huh?
No, especially like that. You shouldn't be swinging something below your knees. Great pitch, though. Able to get him on the slider there.
To bat for the Stags, Matthew Bucchiero.
With just one out down, let's see if they can tie this game up. Runner in scoring position, huge here for the Stags.
Pitch is low. Runner goes from second, and he is safe. A stolen base for Nomura. Stags have a man on third with one out.
Huge steal there for the Stags. See if he can come in and tie this game up.
Bucchiero off to a solid start this year, batting just below 280. The pitch is in there for a strike. Center cut. Count is 0-2. And here's the pitch. Ball is low. Bucchiero did a good job holding off there. Count is 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Way inside, behind him. Looked like almost.
I think that did go by.
Yeah, I think it did go by him. Didn't exactly break where he wanted it to there.
Great stop by the catcher, though, to prevent that run from coming in.
Definitely. Count is 2-2. And here's the pitch. Inside. Ball 4.
Yeah, Ethan, I don't want to jump to conclusions too early, but it looks like maybe we have a little bit of an offensive duel here today. Both pitchers looking a little shaky from the start. We'll see if these bats can bring the W home.
Yeah, Trip, I think you're absolutely right. The bat's been popping so far. Pitches, a little shaky.
You know, it's not just one-sided either. Both pitchers seem to be up in the count. 1-2 count, 0-2 count, and then either walks or base hits.
Well, you're definitely right. That has been the sort of story of the game thus far, is the pitch outside 1-0 to Fairfield's number 20, Tyler Kipp. Kipp having a nice offensive year so far, batting just below 300. The pitch is way outside, 2-0. Fairfield has a man on first and third. One out here at Cookfield. And here's the pitch. Ball swung on and missed. 2-1. Kip a little late there. The umpire exchanging words with the pitcher can't exactly hear what the conversation is. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is swung on, miss. Runner from first goes to second. Out! Wow, what an acrobatic catch from the Highlanders as a run scores for Fairfield, though.
He had a good jump, good play. Just absolute bullet by the pitcher. And a great snag by that shortstop.
Two and two count. Pitch to Kip is inside. Ball 3. Full count right now. And here's the pitch. Swung on, miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning.
Tied game.
Tie game. Fairfield did do the damage that they needed to. The bottom of the first. We'll be right back here at the top of the second. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, coming back at you. About to get off the top of the second here at Cook Field. The tie ball, game 2-2. Miller's still on the mound for the Stags. Looking to have a cleaner inning. His first. Shortstop for the Highlanders, up to bat, number 2. That pitch is in there for a strike.
Ethan, I think you said it best. Let's see if Miller can have a cleaner inning. 7, 8, 9 here. Let's see if he can get 1, 2, 3.
I think it's very important for him, yes. Here's the second pitch. Ball is in there for a strike. So already gets off to a hot start.
We've seen this before, though, today already. Let's see if Miller doesn't repeat what he's been doing earlier in the first inning.
You are right. We have seen it today so far. Here's the third pitch of this at bat. Ball swung on and look at by left for a base hit, left field. So there it is again. Sound like a broken record here.
Yeah, gutsy swing, 0-2 count.
It's a gutsy swing.
Able to get up and in. Right by the shortstop there in the left field.
To bat for Highlanders. 26, CJ Winsiski. He does not have a base hit this year for his first. First pitch is cut on. The upper middle double play possibility here. First,
Boom.
double play.
Huge.
Huge. Confidence booster, I think. Great job by the Stags to turn that double play cleanly.
The right fielder, number 10, Jake Byers.
Right field number 10 for the Highlanders, Jake Byers, up to bat. Try to keep this inning alive for the Highlanders. On the Stags, we'll try to get out of this inning in the 1-2-3 order.
That was the play that they needed, and they got it at the right time. Let's see if they can punch about right here. Start the third off strong.
Folks, I'm sorry about this wind here. The papers are flying. It is a messy day. So here's Jake Myers up to bat. Miller deals. That ball is outside. 1-0. Deals outside again. 2-0. Looking to get back in the strike count here. Pitch is down, strike. Great pitch with great movement there by Miller. Count is 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that ball is lifted high to left center field. Looks like left field make the play, and he will. That'll end the inning for the Stags. So a relatively harmless inning for the Fairfield Stags. Bottom of the second coming soon. 2-2 ball game. We'll be right back. All right, folks, kicking off the bottom of the second. If you're just joining us, 2-2 ball game here at Cookfield. Both teams off to a pretty hot start offensively. Pitching has been a little bit to be desired, but that could change. Here's number 6 for the Stags up to bat. First pitch is outside. 1-0.
Righty-lefty matchup here. Let's see if the Stags can make something out of it.
It's very key for them. Number 6 for the Stags, Nick Storino. Batting .258 on the year. Second pitch of this at-bat is way inside for a ball. 2-0. Pitcher deals. In there for a strike. Good pitch. 2-1 count. Here's pitch. Yeah, hit the batter. That one looked like it hurt.
Yep. And right on his quad.
So Nick Storino will take a base. For the Fairfield, you'll take that any day of the week.
I'll take that. I hope he's all right, though. He's walking. He's all
It
right.
looked like it hurt a little bit. So Stags have a man on first. Nobody out. Promising start here for the offense.
A mound visit already by the Highlanders.
Yeah. Talking about his control, probably. I would guess.
Taking him out.
Is he getting pulled already? He is. So Highlanders starting pitcher Greg. Greg Nascimento. We pulled after 1 inning. So you're hitting batter on the first at bat.
Looks like my prediction was right. We're going to have a bullpen game today.
Now pitching.
Looks like you were correct, yes.
45.
Now on the mound for the Highlanders. It's number 45. Noah Pins. Pins. His 2/3 inning pitch this year has yielded 2 runs. It's still a very windy day here at Cookfield. I know we keep saying it, but it really is been a defining feature of this broadcast.
Took Miller out after 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk, and the hit by pitch at the beginning of this inning.
Yeah, I mean, like we said all along, you mentioned immediately, control is a little bit of an issue. I think Highlanders want to stop the Stag. Don't let the Stag lead grow anymore this early into the ball game. No Pins, the right-hander from Holden, Massachusetts. Set to throw out his first pitch.
The center fielder, number 22, TJ Mosley.
The center fielder for Fairfield, number 22, CJ Smorley, to bat. Ball is in there for a strike. 0-1. Smallsy batting .267 on the year. OPS of 900. Very respectable 15 ribbies. Second pitch of this at bat coming up here. Ball hit him. Second hit by a pitch for these Highlander pitchers here. Consecutively back to back. Fairfield now has a man on first and second. No outs. And up to bat, number 16 for the Stags, Matt Lucier. Looking for his first RBI in the year here. And wow, a balk. You don't see that very often anymore.
You know, I didn't have 2 consecutive hit by pitch and a balk on my bingo
No,
card.
I did not either, but a balk. So Fairfield now has men on second and third with no outs. Rough start for this pitcher.
You know, I was going to ask you if they would try the double steal, but I guess no need.
I guess no need. Here's the pitch to Lucier. It is swung on, missed. Big cut by Lucier there. Looking to drive in runs for Fairfield. His first of the year. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-1. Here's Pins, deals. That ball's cut on and missed. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped way up and over our heads. That ball looks like it'd be in the parking lot. Count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch. Strike. Punch out for Noah Pins. And a much needed first out for the Highlanders here.
The second baseman, number 5, Nolan Colby.
Number 5, Nolan Colby, to bat for the Stags here. Look to drive in these runners from second and third home.
Yeah, if you're the Stags, your main priority should just be get these runners in.
Here's the pitch. Way high. 1-0. And here's the pitch. Swung on, dribbler up to the middle. 1 run will score for Fairfield. 3-2 ball game now. Fairfield with the lead.
Good base running by the runner on second. A little trip up there, but he almost got tagged out here for the double play. So actually able to get the run. Huge score for them. They will take the lead, 3-2. See if they can get this runner on second in.
Dean Farrar up to bat now for the Stags. Increase this lead if he can. And here's the pitch. Ball being inside, 1-0. Sun's coming out here, Cook, a little bit more. Ball be in there for a strike. 1-1. It's a nice little relief from the wind right now, isn't it?
There you go. Very comfortable right now without the wind. Let's hope it stays this way.
Yeah, let's. And here's the pitch. Ball hit again. Another Fairfield batter hit by a pitch. And he will take his base. What is going on here? I mean, we knew it might be a rough pitching day, but not this weird.
Yeah. I don't think the wind is good of an excuse either.
I don't think so either.
Taking a little more time to get over there.
Yeah,
That's all right.
That one looks like it shook him up a little bit. It was a hard hit.
Hit him in the middle of the back.
Yeah.
Good reflexes, but still tough.
Very tough. Somebody on first and second here for Fairfield. 2 outs. 3-2 ball game.
2 outs, but this is the top of your lineup. You got a runner on first and arguably one of your better hitters. So
Yes. Luke Namora back up. We know he had that huge RBI single. Reached second on the air throw. Here's the pitch. Ball be low and outside. 1-0. Second pitch of this at bat. It is swung on. It'll be dribbler to shortstop. And that'll be in there for out 3. So the Stags go down, but not in order. They do some damage, take a 3-2 lead. Be right back. Bottom of the second. Top of the third here, Cookfield.
12, Cole Campbell.
Leading off for the Highlanders, number 12, Cole Campbell. Miller's still on the mound for the Stags here. Recovered nicely from his first inning. And here's the pitch. The ball is ripped left side. Grab by the shortstop. And the throw is in time.
Nice snag.
What a throw. What a snag by the second baseman. As you said. Not an easy play on both ends.
Absolutely not.
So Fairfield flashing the leather here. Start this top of the third.
Fielder number 28, Ty Sally.
28, Ty Sally for the Highlanders up to bat. Here's pitch. Ball's low. 1-0.
We were talking about how today might be a bullpen game. Last half inning, Highlanders, Stags scored a run off of no hits.
Yes, a very bizarre inning it was, and that ball is hit and fouled back. Count is 1-1.
We had 2 consecutive hit by pitch followed by a balk. Don't see that every day.
Yeah, not your average baseball game, I would say, but
Took the lead.
interesting nonetheless. And yes, Stags took the lead. Here's the pitch by Miller. It'll be inside. Count is 2-1. Here's pitch. Way high and outside. Count is 3-1. Here's Miller, deals. Ball swung on, tip foul. Full count, 3-2. This has been a little different, actually. Miller's actually worked himself back into this count as opposed to getting ahead and then losing it.
That's right.
Let's see if he can punch this batter out right here. Here's the pitch. Ball swung and fouled back again. Someone's car might be in danger there. Just missed it. Here's the pitch. Ball swung on. Dribble to the shortstop. And the ball is in time. Speedy, though. Stags again, just in time.
Hustle.
2 outs for the Stags here. Top of the third. 3-2 ball
The
game.
second baseman, number 3, Ray Ortiz.
See if I can get in the 1-2-3 inning here.
It'd be big for them.
A little bit of a shaky start for Miller, but he's got some stuff.
It does.
5 up, 5 down in his last 5 batters.
There's Ray Ortiz up for Highlanders, and he will take a strike by Miller. 0-1. Ortiz, as we said, off to a scorching year thus far for the Highlanders. Miller deals. Ball will be low for ball. Count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. Ball swung on, lifted high. High but shallow to right center field. It's going to be a tough play not a tough play for the center fielder. And Fairfield will end the inning in order. Miller showed great control. Stags showed some great defensive chops in that inning. We'll be right back to the bottom of the third here in WVOF. All right, and welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we got a 3-2 ball game here. Stags on top, bottom of the third here at Cookfield. Up to bat for the Stags. The first baseman, number 19, Sean Meth. First pitch of the inning here. And it is swung on. That'll be first out. Dribbler.
Good hustle by Meth, though.
Made it close.
Well, he got to start that Pins wanted to see.
Number 17, Bucciero.
Matthew Bucciero back up to bat. Pitcher deals, and it is swung on. Miss, strike one. And I have to say, when the Stags swing, they swing hard. It looks like all of them are trying to go for the fences here.
Yeah, a couple of their, even just their dribblers have been hit with hard contact.
Second pitch here. There's a bat. And it is in there for a strike. 0-2 count.
Pins, too, starting to show some control.
You're right. He seems locked in. Here's pitch. Ball is outside for a ball. 1-2. Pitcher deals. Outside again. 2-2. Well, here we go. And Pins deals. Ball's inside for ball. Full count. Good job by Bucciero here to work this full. 3-2.
Mr. Cleanup hitter, full count. 1 out. I think he's swinging for the fences here.
I think you're probably right.
Let's see what he does.
Here's the pitch. Ball swung on. Oh, that'll be a base hit to right center field. Could be extra bases, and it will be. Ball rolls all the way to the wall. Is he looking for 3? He is.
3.
And he is. And he'll get there with ease. So a great piece of hitting by Bucciero. Be a 1-out triple. Wow, great base running, too.
Yep. You read that ball. You knew he was going for 2 as soon as before it hit the ground, but that pivot to turn 3, huge call.
So Fairfield has a man on third, 1 out. Leading this ball game 3-2. And up to bat for the Stags will be number 20.
Kip.
Tyler Kipp.
Let's see what the Fairfield catcher decides to do here. Let's bring him in.
Here's the pitch. Ball swung. It's blooped. And it's caught. Wow, by the infield. What a diving catch.
Good communication, too. You could hear from the booth over here. He was calling out that it was his. A little bit of a toss-up between him and the second baseman, but he was able to dive and catch it. Great catch. 2 outs, runner on third. Let's see what they do here. See if they bring him in. It's an important out for the Highlanders, too.
Very important. Here's the pitch. Ball swung on, lifted. Had to play foul. Count is 0-1. Number 6, Nick Storino. Plate.
Last at bat, he was hit by the ball.
Yes, he was.
See if he can be the one to hit the ball this time.
Here's the pitch. Ball is low. 1-1. And here's the pitch to Sereno. Ball swung on and missed. 1-2. Way out in front of that one. And Pins deals. Outside. 2-2. Wind has died down here, Cookfield. Settled into a beautiful day for baseball.
Very comfortable.
And here's the pitch. Inside. 3-2, man. These Stag batters are tough in the box, aren't they?
Yep. They really know how to work the count, too. A lot of times you'll see 0-2, 1-2, 1-1, all the way up to a full count. Batter's favor. So really good work by the Stags early on here to work those counts. Get runners on base.
Like you said, very important batter for Pins here. The pitch is walked.
Walked him.
So, men on first and third for Fairfield, 2 outs here. Nims, once again, got ahead in the count, fell behind, ended up walking. Fairfield batter. And they'll have a conversation on the mound right now. Looks like his day will be over.
Highlanders' third pitcher before the end of 3 innings.
Well, like you said before, neither of these teams are known for their pitching, shall we say. Bullpen game for sure for the Highlanders.
I have a tendency to pay more attention to the things that I need. Sometimes I drink too much. Sometimes I test your trust. Sometimes I don't know why you stay with me. I'm haunted love.
Taking Pin's place, number 31, Nate DeSchreier. He has pitched 13 1/3 innings this year. ERA is not what he'd like it to be, but he has an opportunity to lower that number. We'll be right back moments for this pitch. So here, Cookfield just joining us, 3-2. Bottom of the third here. Highlanders have just called the bullpen to replace their pitcher. Up to bat for the Stags will be number 22, TJ Schmalzek.
The center fielder, number 22, TJ Mobley.
And the first pitch of this at bat is in there for a strike. 1-1. Pitcher deals. Ball's low. Runners hold. 1-1.
Good work by the Highlanders catcher there.
It was a great stop. Prevent any other runs from scoring.
Or even just advancing that runner on first. I know that's not your top priority right now, but still, keeping anyone out of scoring position here is crucial for the Highlanders.
Absolutely right. And here's the pitch. Ball will be outside. 2-1. And the pitch is swung on. Big cut. 2-2. And the pitch is fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Stag outfielder here staying alive. And the pitch is swung and popped way up. Another ball skying out towards Rafferty Stadium. 2-2.
See if they can bring in the runner here. That'd be huge.
4-2 lead's better than the 3-2 lead, isn't it? And here's the pitch. Ball is grounded in field, and that'll end the inning. No, he made it close. Good hustle there.
Good hustle.
So, 3-2 ball game here at Cook Field. Heading into the top of the fourth. We'll be right back here at WVOF Radio.
Mason Wolf.
We are back here, top of the fourth, starting off. New pitcher here for the Stags, Matthew Grabman. He is a right-hander out of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. To a solid start this year, ERA just under 3.4. First pitch fouled, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Ball hits him. What is that, the fifth hit batter you've seen today?
Fifth.
Wow.
Crazy.
Control lacking on both sides of the pitching staffs here. Highlander take his base.
The third baseman, number 19, Austin Francis.
For the Highlanders, third baseman, number 19, Austin Francis, to the plate. Francis off to a nice year offensively thus far. Batting .330. Tied for first in the team with RBIs with 20. So definitely an offensive threat here for the Highlanders.
Taking a little bit of time to make sure that Wolf, the designated hitter for the Highlanders, is all right on first base after being hit by that pitch. Everything seems to be all right, though.
And Austin will step into the box. And the pitch is inside the high. 1-0. pitch. Ball be inside and low, 2-0. Not a great start for Grossman here. Wind at Cook Field is picking up, as I'm sure you can hear on the mic. And here's the pitch. The ball swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. And the pitcher deals. Ball swung on. Chop to the left. Strong look for a double play. Oh, the ball gets by the second baseman. On the running, going to third. And he will hold up at third. So a Fairfield error yields a man on first and third for the Highlanders here. Something you cannot do if you're the Stags.
No, you can't have no outs and runners on the corners. That's just too crucial of a situation with only a 1-run lead at this point in the game.
Yep, so man on first and third, no outs. Top of the fourth here. 3-2 ball game.
What could have been 2 outs, nobody on is now no outs.
Exactly.
And runners at the corners. Not great. Right deal for the Stags. Let's see.
Number 4, James Caballero for the Highlanders up to the plate.
See if the Highlanders can put the ball in the same spot.
Looking to bunt. Pitcher first to first. He is not in time. It goes back to first again. Not in time once again. Runner makes it safely back. So he definitely wants to check that steal, doesn't he?
Yeah, but you can't have those kind of distractions if you're the pitcher. Your priority has to be the batter you're facing and just getting him out. If you can turn 2, that's great, but let's focus on one batter here.
Here's the pitch. The ball swung on
There you go.
to the middle. Double play here. Fairfield complete. Yes, they can. So a run will go across for Highlanders. But the Stags do minimize the damage here, turning double play. 3-3 ball game here.
The shortstop, number 2, Jack Stead.
Shortstop number 2, Jack Stead for the Highlanders up to the plate. Look to give his team the lead here. Ball swung on immediately first pitch. Third baseman. Long throw, and it's in. Dropped.
Foul ball.
Oh, foul ball, excuse me. Called that foul.
Again, the Highlanders have scored a run without a hit.
Yeah, very, very not mundane type of baseball game we've seen here today. And here's the pitch. Ball is outside. 1-1. Pitcher deals. Ball inside. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, pop way up. Again towards Rafferty. Rafferty Stadium taking a beating today. Count is 2-2. Top of the first. Bottom of the first. Fourth. Here's the pitch. Just misses inside. Full count, 3-2. Pitcher deals. Swung on, popped up again. Looks like it'll be out of play. And yes, it will. And here's the pitch. Swan. Just tip back foul. Count remains 3-2. And the pitcher deals. Swung on foul. It's a little bit of a duel here between pitcher and batter here. It's been a long at bat. Number 2, Jack Stead, putting up a good fight here on the plate. Staying alive. Here's the pitch. Ball be in low for ball 4. So Stead walks. The Highlanders man on first, 2 outs. Up to the plate, CJ Wisniewski for the Highlanders.
The Highlanders' first baseman hit into a double play his last at bat. See if they can get out here. Keep this lead, or keep this tie, I should say.
And here's the pitch. Swung on and it'll be over the first baseman's head. Runner goes from second, runner move to the third. So an unlucky bounce for the Stags right there. Wasn't a bad pitch, kind of a bloop single right there.
Yeah. I don't know if he thought that the right fielder was going to come in or if he thought that it was more shallow than what, I don't know what was going through his head, but wasn't able to make the catch. And like you said, unlucky bounce to stay fair.
Right fielder.
Again, runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Fairfield very vulnerable to surrendering this tie.
The first 2 outs seem to be a common, not too bad for the Stags. It's always that last third out that they seem to not be able to get.
You're right, they have trouble closing innings, especially today. Here's the pitch. Ball will be in there for a strike. 0-1. Pitcher will throw to first, not in time. Wind picking up here once again at Cookfield. And the pitcher deals. Runner goes. He will make there with ease. Second base did not even cover the bag there. So, Highlanders have a man on second and third, 2 outs. Pitch is inside. 2-1.
If you're the pitcher right now, your goal should be not to load the bases right now.
Absolutely not. Ball be in there for a strike.
All right.
Kind of 2-2, good pitch there.
These are the kind of counts. These are the kind of pitches that'll make or break a game. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Got to finish and close out the inning here.
Can't allow any more damage. And the pitch is one popped up. This should get Fairfield out of the inning. And the play is made. So, 3-3 ball game we have here at Cookfield. Bottom of the 4th coming up. We'll be right back. Starting off bottom of the fourth here. 3-3 ball game here in Cook Field.
The left fielder, number 16.
Left fielder number 16.
Lucier.
Matt Lucier up to bat. And here's the pitch. And it is cut on and missed. 0-1. And the pitch is low and in the dirt. 1-1. Matt Lucier, as we said, the offensively been off to a hot start this year. Not many plate appearances, but when he's in the box, he does damage. And here's pitch. Low. 2-1. And pitcher deals high. Ball be through for ball 3. Count is 3-1. Stags are going to get on base anywhere they can here. Try to recarve out that lead that they once had. And here's the pitch. Swung on. Dribbler up to the right infield. And that'll be out number 1.
Second baseman, number 5, Nolan Colby.
Nolan Colby up to bat here now for the Stags. Colby been off to a relatively slow start offensively here this season, looking to get back on track, get above the Mendoza line. And pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Pitcher deals. Ball swung on, fouled way back. Down his 0-2. And pitcher deals. Ball's cut on, miss. First strike 3. 2 gone for Fairfield.
Top of the lineup for the Stags to see if they can do some damage, even though 2 outs.
Ferrara.
Let's get on base, 1 batter at a time.
Number 23, Dean Farrar for the Stags at the plate. And the pitch is. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1. Farrar is 1 for 1 today. Looking to go 2 for 2. And the pitch is caught and chased. 0-2. Not a great swing from Farrar there.
Ambitious swinging there.
Very ambitious swing. And pitcher deals. Ball will be outside. 1-2. And here's the pitch. Ball be way outside. Gets past the catcher, actually. Way high and outside. Count is 2-2.
Yeah, if you're the batter right now, you can't let those 2 early strikes get to you mentally. You kind of got to take it 1 pitch at a time. Is it even count? Even count favors the batter, right? So See what he decides to do here.
And pitcher deals. Ball's cut and fouled back. Count remains 2-2. So Ferrara's reached the plate, reached base. Both times he's been up today. One with the single, another he got hit by a pitch. Trying to make it a hat trick. Go 3 for 3 on reaching the bases today. Pitch is cut on, fouled back again. Identical spot. Count remains 2-2. And pitcher deals. Cut on. It's fair. It will not remain fair. In fact, it'll take a tumble into the batting cage. Count remains 2-2. Long at bat we've had here. And here's the pitch. Ball's cut on, fouled back again. Very identical spot to the last other 3 times. Count remains 2-2. Good job by Ferrari to make this pitcher work. And here's the pitch. High and outside. Full count, 3-2. Ferrari's had a really nice at bat here, regardless of the outcome. He's worked this count.
Yep.
Stayed alive, fouled off the balls. He needs to foul off. That ball is running up from the middle. Ferrari will get on base.
Wow. From an 0-2 count to a base hit.
That was a clinic on how to remain patient in the box by Ferrari. Ferrari's reached base all 3 times today. Here up to the plate, Luke Namora for Fairfield. Been one of the heroes of today for them. Huge RBI single. 3-3 ball game, 2 out here. Bottom of the 4th. And here's the pitch. Ball is inside. 1-0.
Huge lead by Ferrara there on first.
Yeah.
Able to get back to the base without a throw from the catcher, but still.
The Stags have been aggressive with their base running today. And pitcher deals. Ball will be cut. Runner to third. Tough play for the third baseman. Will the throw be in time? Yes, it will. Great throw by the Highlanders third baseman to end the inning. So after 4 innings played, we have a 3-3 ball game. Pitching from both sides has been rough, but bats have been hot. Be right back here for the top of the 5th here on WVOF. Kicking off the top of the 5th here at Cook Field. If you're just tuning in, 3-3 ball game here. Stags are tied with the Highlanders.
Cole Campbell.
To bat for Highlanders, number 12, Cole Campbell. First pitch to be at bat is swung on, popped up to first base, and he will make the play. One gone. If you're the Stags, quick outs is what you need right now.
Yep.
You want to get back to the plate while your bats are still popping.
Absolutely. A little bit of light with the single off Farrar there to end the 4th, but then quickly let down by a stopping play by the Highlander third baseman.
First pitch is down, 1-0. Matthew Grabman pitch solid. His pitch solid so far in his outing thus far. His first pitch is low. 2-0 count. Center fielder Sal for Highlanders, kind of 0-2 today, trying to reach the base. It'll be a dribbler to third. Third baseman will make the play. 2 gone. Top of the 5th here for the Stags.
The second baseman, number 3, Ray Ortiz.
Now up to bat for the Highlanders, second baseman, Ray Ortiz. Pitch is swung on and missed. 0-1. Ortiz is 1 for 1 today. The single. Pitch is swung on, grounded third. Third base, nice stop. To fire to first in time, and that'll end the inning. No damage done here. Top of the 5th over. We'll be back shortly for the bottom of the 5th here in WVOF Radio. We are back here at the bottom of the 5th here in WVOF Radio. Stags versus the Highlanders here. 3-3 ball game. Up to bat first to the Stags to kick off this inning. This bottom inning, will be number 19, Sean Meth. here's the pitch. Ball is low and outside.
Smith had a couple good scoops at the end of the top of the first, or top of the fifth, excuse me, to get a 1-2-3 inning from the Highlanders.
Yes, he did. 1-0 count. Second pitch of this at bat, and it is inside for a strike. Or, excuse me, for a ball. And here's the pitch. Ball will be high. Ball 3. Count is 3-0. Mass 0 for 2 today at the plate. Looking to get something going. Ball will be in there for a strike. Count is 3-1. And here's the pitch. Oh, ball that looked low, but was called for a strike with a full count here. Job by Highlands pitcher to get back into this thing. And here's the pitch. Ball swung and fouled back. Count stays 3-2. Right deals. Ball be low for ball 4. Walk for the Stags here to open up this bottom of the 5th. Up to the plate now. Matthew Bucciero. He's 1 for 1 today at the plate. Looking to go 2 for 2.
Bucciero had a triple at his last at bat.
Huge triple. You're right.
Off of the long drive into right center field.
And here's the pitch. The ball swung and fouled back.
Similar aggression as his triple on the bat. Just to make better contact.
Count is 0-1. And the right-hander deals. Ball be low and outside. Count is 1-1. And here's the pitch. Low again. Runner goes back to first. Safe. It's a close play. It was almost runner in first, almost picked off. Got there just in time. And here's the pitch. It is low and outside. Runner goes to first again. Safe again. Another close play. So as we said, the Fairfield base runners are taking quite the lengthy leads here.
Yeah, big leads.
Being very aggressive. And here's the pitch. Ball's cut and fouled back. Count is 3-2. Full count here. 0 outs. Bottom of the 5th here. 3-3 ball game. And here's the pitch. Ball's low and gets by the catcher, so runner will have an easy half a second. You're going to walk regardless. So Fairfield's got a man on first and second. No outs. Good opportunity to score some runs here.
Let's see if they get these runner advanced. You want to avoid, obviously, the double play, but even just any out at this point.
It looks like they're having a chat on the mound here.
Take him up.
Looks like that'll end Pins' day. Relieving is Tade Riordan for the Highlanders. He'll take the mound. Riordan's boasting a 7.72 ERA this year, 5 innings pitched. He's not had a great day, not had a great season so far on the mound, excuse me. Looking to right some wrongs here. A quick media timeout. We will be right back with you on WVOF. We are back here, bottom of the fifth. 3-3 ball game. Stags have been on first and second. No outs. Up to bat for the Stags will be number 20, Tyler Kipp. Kipp is 0 for 2 today to play with 1 strikeout. Looking to get his first base hit. And here's the pitch. Ball goes, shows bunt. Ball be high, regardless for a ball. And here's the pitch. Shows bunt again. Bunt back to the pitcher, can't reach it, and now he'll reach. Everyone will reach safely on that.
That is a
Very savvy bunt by Tyler Kipp. So Stags have bases loaded.
textbook bunt right there.
Yeah, as a former baseball player, can you appreciate that?
Yeah, you don't see the bunt too often in those kind of situations. No outs, especially. Hats off to Kip for really being able to execute that well.
Perfect spot. You're right.
Bases loaded, no outs.
Great opportunity to do some damage here for the Stags. And here's the pitch. Ball swung on, fouled back. 0-1. Getting a little chillier here at Cookfield. Sun's going down, starting to go down-ish. Ball is low. 1-1. And here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. pitch. Ball is skied, foul. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is swung on, foul again. 2-2. Or excuse me, 1-2. Nick Storino has walked today. Try to get on base again. Ball will be high and outside. Count 2-2. And here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled way back into the parking lot. Dangerously close to a walker. Thankfully, no contact was made. Count still 2-2. And here's the pitch. Ball's low, 3-2. If you're Islanders, you don't want to walk in and run right now, do you?
No, you do not. If you're the batter right now, you swinging?
I think so.
Yeah.
What about you?
Too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think if you get the green light, you got to take it.
Yeah.
No outs, especially.
Yeah. And here's the pitch. Swung on, foul.
Fairfield has been on point with working the pitcher's count. This is now the fourth or fifth at-bat that we've seen with multiple foul balls.
They really have. And he'll work a walk. So that'll bring in a run for the Stags. 4-3 ball game. Bases are still loaded. No outs for the Highlanders here.
Center fielder, number 22, TJ Mosley.
To bat now for the Stags. Number 22, TJ Schmalzel. Pitch is low in the dirt. 1-0. And here's the pitch. Ball is ripped. Oh, what a snag by the third baseman for the Highlanders for the first out. Runners will stay put.
Heads up base running, too.
Extremely heads up base running. They all got back to their spots quickly.
Left fielder.
Huge out, though, for the Highlanders.
One away.
Lucier.
Here's the pitch. Ball be outside. Strike, or excuse me, ball. And the pitch is high and outside again. 2-0 count. 1 away here. Bottom of the fifth. 4-3 ball game. And here's the pitch. Ball swung on between the gap and right center, and it'll be picked up by the center fielder. One run will score. Stags lead the game 5-3. A nice sac fly.
What you know about me, L-O, new Chanel, shopping spree, and every time I pop out.
Second baseman, number 5, Nolan Colby.
And up to bat for the Stags, number 5, Nolan Colby, second baseman. Colby's 0 for 2 today. 1 strikeout. Looking to get on base. Pitch is ripped and fouled. 0-1. And the righty deals. Ball will be in there for a strike. 1-1. 0-2, excuse me. And here's the pitch. Inside. 1-2 count. We could say anything. We could literally say anything, bro. Like, do I even, like, okay, swung on this.
Well, that's the end of the innings, folks.
Yeah. It's a great game.
Great game.
All right, folks, that concludes our broadcast today. Ethan Hudson, Trip Pisano right next to me. Appreciate you being on the call with us. We'll see you next time, or not.